Hello. A very good evening to you all. Good morning, Candace. Hi, Alba. Hi, Carol. Awesome. Hi, Santi. Alba says sound is good. Wonderful. I'm just going to allow a few minutes to pass, a few seconds to pass for more people to join. How are you all doing? I'm super excited for tonight's class. Hi, Judy. Hi, Raksha. Susie's here. Awesome. Hi, Charlene. Okay. I think we can start. Hi, Kim. Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Caroline Teixeira, a proud Cricut ambassador. Thank you for joining tonight's live, especially on a Wednesday evening. It's a festive edition. I was super inspired by Sarah's live class the other day to get my jingle on. It's truly the most wonderful time of the year, and I have really been enjoying the past 12 days of Christmas. Please let me know if you guys have been enjoying it too. I think you have. It's been truly so inspiring to see all these beautiful projects and, of course, made by their makers. So, thank you to all who have created. We love seeing your projects. Do remember that you have until the 23rd of November 2025 midnight to enter the Let's Make Festive Edition challenge where you could win. So, without further ado, let's get started on tonight's Cricut Beginners class, proudly sponsored by Cricut South Africa and Logitech, where we are going to be creating Christmas crackers. Okay, we're going to be decorating them using the lovely, my ever so favorite Cricut consumable. This is the permanent vinyl textured in metallic gold. So this, along with many other products, are available on amazing deals on the secret sale. So if you go on to www.secretsale.co.za and click on the spinning wheel on the top right, you will obtain a code for even more discount, and that is refreshed every single day. So that is www.secretsale.co.za. So please do get all your Cricut items on there. Okay, I'm going to be switching on over the screen so that you can see the lovely project and also everything that you're going to be needing for today. Hello everyone, I see you all in the comments. Hello. Susie says, I'm exhausted making these things, but we love it anyway. Okay. So these are the Christmas crackers, and there's a couple of different options here. So this one is some plain cardstock that my machine drew some lovely cute glitter snowflakes on. And then this one is a beautiful patterned Christmas cardstock that I actually got while I was visiting my parents a couple of weeks ago in the Northwest at a local craft shop. But if you're not able to find any patterned Christmas cardstock in the area that you live in, do not stress. I'm going to show you on Design Space just how to create your very own. Okay, and this is another design where I just use the lovely vinyl all over my cracker to make it look super, super cute. And I just love that one. And this is a complete other different design, which is a little bit fatter, but very cute with these scalloped edges as well. Now, all of these, I think, most of them, are not needing glue to close them off. They've got these little incisions over here with some tabs that fit snug on it, and that is very cool. So if you do not have glue on hand, then let's go with this design. But of course you will be needing glue if you are going to fill up your cracker with some heavy cracker fillers, just so that it's secure in place. Okay, so for tonight we of course are going to be needing a Cricut machine. I've got my Maker 4 here. You can use any of the machines in the Maker series or the Explore series. You can also use your Cricut Joy. They will just maybe come out slightly smaller, but if that is your vibe, that is all good. Okay, and we are going to be needing a scoring stylus or a scoring wheel with a quick swap housing. Some designs are not necessary to be using these two tools, which is also super beginner friendly, which is super awesome, but we'll get to that. Okay, we're going to be needing a light grip mat. That is the blue one, and it's perfect for both the vinyl and the cardstock alike. And we're going to be needing some lovely cardstock. So these are a couple of the ones that I picked up in the store, which are so cute. One is more beautiful than the other, and I just love it. And I've also got a plain cardstock for one of the designs that I actually saw a couple of minutes ago, and I think we might just go with that one, but you'll see just now in a minute. And then we're going to be needing some double-sided tape to secure our cracker snaps, and then also some cracker snaps if you are wanting to add them. This is a nice addition, and also for that sound effect, it just makes it awesome cracker. And then a brayer tool to securely adhere your material onto your mat, especially if your mat is not as sticky, not as new. And of course we need some ribbon. I've got tons of different options over here. Can you tell I just love Christmas? I mean, why not? So you can have some twine or ribbon, whatever you feel you would like to add. And then some transfer tape, of course, to transfer our metallic vinyl onto our cardstock. And for tonight, I would love to challenge you in whatever you decide to fill your Christmas crackers with. I challenge you to add all your items, either some or all, created with your Cricut. So these are very cute little Christmas confetti that I created using some glitter cardstock. And this is a perfect addition to when you pop your Christmas crackers. And if you want something a little bit more advanced, maybe adding some earrings cut with felt, like Soraya has showed us on her one of her classes, or maybe some felt finger puppets created and cut with your Cricut as well. So I challenge you in whatever you are filling your Christmas cracker to fill it up with something made with your Cricuts. I think it's a wonderful addition to any project, and also pushes us out of our comfort zone and adds to the excitement. So I'm super excited to see what you all are going to be creating. Oh, Susie says all her mats are in the bin. She needs new ones after this challenge. I do feel the same, but I cannot part ways with any of my mats. I've had many for many years and they are still there. Maybe I need it for something one day. Maybe, maybe not, but it's there. Okay, so I'm going to switch on over to Design Space so that we can start. Okay, so here is, oopsie, our design space. Okay, the very first thing we are going to be doing is clicking on a new project and clicking on blank canvas. Okay. All right, now this is a nice clean canvas that we are going to essentially be making our Christmas cracker from scratch using an image that we are going to be searching. And let's type in here, Christmas cracker. And as you can see, there are tons and tons of different ones that you can choose from. This one is super cute, super simple, super plain, but it's got a little text, editable text box over here that you can just change it to another name and send it to your make it screen, and there it is. Super simple, super cute. Love this one. There are these with some straight cut edges, which is also very, very different, very, very cute. So you can really choose and enjoy whichever one you go with. You are going to have so much fun. I have lost the comments, unfortunately. Let me see if I can get back there. It is extremely windy in Langebaan. I know it's a normal thing, but these past few days have been extreme. And so I'm hoping that I have not lost you. Okay, the screen is frozen. Let me quickly just fix that. I do apologize. Let me see what I can do. Okay, let me quickly have a look. Sorry about that. Cricut gremlins are back at it. Give me a second. Hopefully that should be good. Let's see. Okay, it does not look like it is working yet. Give me a second. I do apologize. That looks better. I think we're all good. Let me just resize this to fit nicely so that you can see. I think we are good. Please let me know if you can see the screen. It is on a canvas, a clean canvas. Let me just quickly have a look. Images. Looks like it's good to go. Please do confirm. I have lost the comments. Oh man. Let me see. Alrighty, looks like we're good. Okay, and we're back. Okay, wonderful. Sorry about that. Okay, so like I mentioned previously, you go onto your image tab on a clean canvas, and we are going to search for Christmas cracker. There are tons of different options here. which we are so blessed to have. It would be quite the mission to design this from scratch, but nonetheless, not impossible. So like I said, this one is very, very cool. It is a simple design with an editable text box over here that you can effortlessly just change your name to and click on make, and your machine will draw for you and cut as well, which is such a lovely option. Or you can go on over and see this one is a super simple one with some straight cut edges, which is also very cute and very simple to make. I saw this little guy a little while earlier and I could not resist. We are making this little one today. I think this is going to be a wonderful addition to my Christmas table. So we are putting this little guy on our canvas and we're going to be editing him just a little bit more. Okay, so basically this design has some score lines that we are going to be needing the scoring stylus or the scoring wheel to create those folding lines. But if you do not have them, any of these tools, you can also delete it, because then you can just roll it and roll these little tabs into the incisions and it won't make a difference. But it is a nice to have, so I'm going to keep the score lines as is. But like I said, if you do not have it, don't stress. Okay, so I'm going to ungroup him for now, because I am going to change all these little layers to the vinyl that I am going to be using. So I'm going to select his little nose, his cheeks and his eyes, and I'm going to attach them. And then I'm going to change the color to a gold, just so that I can visualize it more or less. And we can see what this little guy is going to look like. Okay. All right, I'm happy with that. And then I'm going to just hide it for now. And I'm going to select the rest of it and I'm going to click on attach and bring this one back. Okay, so I want to add maybe just a little bit extra, but I'm thinking we can't add, oopsie, we can't add anything really extra to this little guy. I think he's cute just as he is, but maybe we can add something to his little ears. So what I'm going to do is I am going to quickly just group the entire image. Okay. Actually, no. I'm going to hide its little face. Okay, and I'm going to click on our design, head on over to the little editing tool, and I'm going to create an offset. Now I want to add just a bit of gold to his antlers, not his ears, his antlers, just so that it blends nicely with his facial features. So I'm just going to eyeball it and see. I think that looks good enough to add the gold vinyl to his little antlers. So I'm going to click on apply. Now once again, I'm going to change the color to gold so that I can visualize it. And I don't want the entire thing to be with vinyl, so I'm going to have to just cut this area over here because I only want that area. So in order to do that, I'm going to hide my bottom, my cracker, and I'm going to click on our image and click on contour here at the bottom, and I'm going to remove all the layers. I cannot unselect that one or else it will hide the entire thing. So I'm going to click on apply and I'm left with the very top side of the cracker. Now to get only the antlers, I am going, it is antlers, hey, am I saying it correctly? I feel like I'm Not saying that correctly. Antlers, it is, hey. I'm going to be using a shape. So I've chosen a square and I'm going to carefully place it just that it covers the image, and we'll cut it just right there on the bottom of the antlers. Oh my goodness, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Okay, so remember that you can only use the slice function to remove something other than the contour, and you can only slice 2 layers at a time. So I've selected now my square and also the rest of the image that I don't want, and I'm going to select slice and going to remove all these excess layers. Okay, so now I'm left with the antlers and the ears. Once again, I'm going to remove the ears. I'm going to select 2 squares, one for either side, working one at a time so that I can slice it. Okay, selecting the 2 images and slicing it, removing the excess and doing it for the bottom ear. This one's cool. I can see that the shape is underneath and the little ear on top, so I can carefully place it where I want to so that I can slice. Hi Mumtaz, thank you for joining. Okay, and once again deleting all the excess, and there you have it, our little antlers and our cracker and its little face. So cute. Now I'm going to attach the face with the antlers as well, so that once I click on make it, it's going to cut as one whole piece and it's going to go onto its separate mat. So there you have it. There is our little guy. I'm going to group these 2 elements together, and there is our first cracker done and dusted. I think it's going to look super cute. Okay. Now I'm going to move him on over to the side. And once again, I'm going to select another cracker. I do quite like this design, so I'm going to choose it once again. So right off the bat, you see that there is an error, and this is because the image is too big. So our mat size is 30 by 30 centimeters. So we're going to have to resize this down so that it can fit and cut onto one of the normal mats. So I'm going to size it right down to 29.2, and I see that that is 29,2. There we go, and that is the perfect size in using the space in the width. Cara Girl says hi. She likes my live. That is my little niece next door. Shame, our biggest cheerleader. So hey Cara. Shout out to Cara Girl. Okay. All right. So now we are going to add some lovely embellishments onto our cracker. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit just so that it's easier to work off of. Okay, so let's go with maybe a Merry Christmas. Okay, and I don't want to go too complicated here because I want to fill my whole cracker maybe with some snowflakes or some stars. This is actually dependent on what cardstock I'm going to be using. So I do have some patterned ones over here that I think would actually look so nice. I think I'm going to go with this mistletoe one. I think it would look beautiful with the gold. Okay, so let's go with Merry Christmas. Which one should we choose? I want something not too over the top, because I'm going to add it right here to the middle, so that once the cracker is rolled and placed on the table, you can see the Merry Christmas quite big and bold in just that top piece. So maybe we should go with, this is the hard part, is choosing a design. Hi, Kamal. It's so lovely to have you here. Thank you so much for joining. You have not missed much, don't stress. Oh my goodness, I can't choose. Okay, this one looks nice. Wait. I want something a little bit more bold. I love this. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, once again, I'm going to be changing the color just so that I can visualize it. And I'm going to add it to the center, making sure that the sizing is proportional and looks okay. I do think that should be good. Now, I wanted to show you, if you are wanting to have some patterned cardstock and you cannot find, you can create your own. So if you select your cracker, and here by the color tab, you can click on, okay, first of all, you need to change this to a print then cut. If you have a printer, then you'll be able to make your very own. Okay, so if you go into the colors tab, instead of color, you can choose pattern. And here are some beautiful patterns that you can choose from. There is some gorgeous red checkered patterns over here, some red designs, lovely for Christmas. The green and red is also beautiful. I actually remember using this a lot last year for Christmas, and I really did love it. This one also says Merry Christmas. There's some Christmas trees. So if you click on any one of these, it will change your image to that specific pattern, which is also so lovely and such a nice way of making your very own cracker suitable to your liking. And then you can just make sure that the image would obviously need to be the size of an A4, and then you would be able to print it, and then the machine would cut it for you. So that is a nice option if you're wanting to do that. Okay, so I'm changing it back to a basic cut. Zelda says, if you are late, you need to bring the snackies. It's our class rules. I love that kind of rule. That rule should never be broken. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that Merry Christmas. It's quite a bold text, which will look super stunning with the textured vinyl. And now let's add some stars. I love Christmas stars. And we can fill it up quite nicely with them. Okay, so let's choose something simple. Let's just not think about it too much. Let's add 2 of them just for some variety. And I think that will look really, really nice. Okay, once again, changing it all to the same color so that once it sends it to the Make It screen, it will all go onto the same mat. Okay, so let's just resize this. Let's place this one more or less in the middle. Amy, the hardest part is choosing, I know. Aren't you proud of me that I just quickly chose these two without even thinking about it? Okay. All right, so I'm just going to eyeball it. Not going to think about it too much. I love how the sparkles really do make such a big impact on something so simple. I'm going to flip this one over horizontally so that it can just mirror it to that top one. Okay, I don't think that looks too busy. I think that looks stunning. Less is not more in this case. I think that looks good. Yeah, I think that looks good. All right, I'm going to select all three of these images and I'm going to group them and I'm going to duplicate them so that I can just put them on the side as well. Of course, I'm going to mirror them, so I'm going to flip it horizontally, yes, so that it looks nice and uniform. Okay, I do like that. So you can actually select the two, go on over to align and line center vertically, and then you are sure that it is aligned perfectly. And I think that looks stunning so far. And once again, I'm going to duplicate this one and maybe just add it over here. And again, duplicating it, adding it to this side and mirroring that one. Okay, now let's just remove some of these stars because now it is overlapping and it looks quite busy. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to ungroup them just so that I can move them around slightly. Oopsie. Okay, let's move these sparkles a little bit down. Not too much. I think this area is going to be hidden once we put the tab inside. So we can overlap it slightly. Like that. I'm going to line the Merry Christmas with the cracker and I'm going to also center it horizontally and center it vertically, which I could have just centered it, and yeah, that looks good. So it's going to be in the middle essentially when it is rolled up. Okay, and now we're going to just place our stars where we would like them, just so that they look nice and pretty and not too much, not too over the top, but pretty. Okay. All right. I think that looks good. I think I'm happy. Okay, I think I'm happy. And what we are going to do, we are going to select all our gold embellishments and we are going to attach them. So I'm just going to hide the Christmas cracker, select all of these, and I'm going to attach it so that it can cut as one and we can add the entire transfer tape onto this entire piece and add it once our cracker is cut and it is cut flat, and it will make for an easy transition. So I think we are good to go. Where is our little reindeer? There it is. Okay. All right, we are ready to go. So I'm going to click on Make It, and I'm going to click on Save. And right here, Christmas crackers. Save. Okay, I'm going to select on Mat. My machine is already connected, and as you can see, we've got 4 mats over here. So this is going to be our brown reindeer color for the cracker. This is going to be its little face for the gold vinyl, and this is the pretty vinyl stars that we're going to be adding to our red cracker, and then of course our red cracker. I thought it was the same gold that I had chosen, but it isn't. So I'm going to move this little guy to the other gold so that it can cut off once. When you do this, be careful, it does overlap itself, so then you can add it and align it to where there is space. And I'm happy with that, so that we can cut on some time. All right, so let's change our screen to making the project. Okay, so we're going to take our light grip mat, removing its protective film. I'm setting it upside down so that it is ready for me to pick up when I need it. And I'm going to carefully place my goldish brown reindeer colored cardstock onto my mat, carefully aligning it top and left. And I actually don't need a brayer for this one because my mat is new and it is super sticky. So let's click on continue. Okay, and I'm going to be selecting medium cardstock for this one, and it is telling me to load my single scoring wheel in clamp B. I'm going to edit it and I'm going to change it to the scoring stylus. Reason being, I like the fact that I don't have to change up my tools, because my scoring stylus will go into clamp A and my fine point blade will be in clamp B, and it will score and score and cut at the same time without me changing up my tools. So now it's measuring, and we are going to click on go. Zelda says, so pretty, love the red and gold combo. I also love it. The gold, oh, gold just looks nice on anything, hey? Or glitter, because that goes everywhere as well. Oh, make it a Christmas party trick cracker. Fill it with sea sand. Sand thing for yesterday. Oh my goodness, that would be quite the prank. Okay. My kids would love that. So for those that cannot stay for the entire duration of this video, remember that it is recorded and you can always go back to it at a later stage. It will be on Cricut South Africa Facebook and also on YouTube. There it goes, checking I've got the right tool, and it's going to cut. Okay, there is our first cracker done. I'm going to turn over my mat so that I can remove my project from my mat, not my mat from my project, to avoid it curling and damaging my offcuts and my project. Okay, lovely. Here is our first cracker, and we're going to use our scraper just to remove all these excess pieces, which we can be using as confetti. Wink wink. If you've got other mats, then you can prep the one while the one is cutting, just to be easier for you. Okay, so this is the pretty mistletoe cardstock. It has a reverse side of this, which is so cute. I'm going to align it to the top and to the left. And we're going to choose, I think I'm going to go with light cardstock for this one. So let me quickly just search for it. It is quite thin and I don't want it to tear. So I think that is perfect. I'm just going to use my braid tool just for the corners securely on my mat. Okay, going to load it. Wink wink. Okay, I'm gonna press play. Okay, so there is our first little one. I think it's so cute. I don't have my extra large scraper with me. That's okay. So I'm going to just simply fold in the score lines. Okay. And like I said, you would be able to roll it without those other scoring lines quite nicely if you fold in these diamonds. Okay, so let's fold these ones. Okay, I made such a big oopsie. Oh my goodness, I was wondering why this was taking so long. Oh my goodness, I'm cutting the vinyl on my cardstock. Oh no. Oh well, we can use this as confetti. Oopsie. My bad. My bad. Oh well, we'll just roll with it. Oh man. This was supposed to be our vinyl. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Oh, it's okay. We'll use it as confetti so we don't have to use the sand or the glitter. Oopsie. Oh well, that's okay. Now we're gonna have to choose another cardstock. For those that are wondering if us ambassadors still make mistakes, of course we do. Every so often. And this is now a way in which we are going to learn that next time we will make sure what mat we are selecting. Okay, I'm unable to save that one, but that is okay. We'll use these pretty stars as confetti. So sorry Kamal, no excuses, no sand. We can still add the glitter. Okay, so carefully removing it so we don't strip away the adhesive of our mat. Okay, and let's choose the right one again. And let's choose another cardstock. What should we go with? Let's go with this red one. Let's go with the red one. I think it's going to look very pretty. And our mat was red anyways. So that is maybe a sign. Let's change it to light cardstock. Okay. Making double sure it's the right one. Okay. Let's try this again. I love how we roll with the mistakes. Cricut crew are so cool. Thank you. We have to just roll with it, hey? Otherwise... Oh well. Okay, so there's our confetti. I'm going to add it to my little bag of confetti. But in reality, this is my kids' treasure. Whatever I want to ditch, they are like, can I please have this? So they're going to see this and be like, Mommy, thank you. So there's my brownie points right there. Okay, so Natalie says it's a sign, and Zelda says, oh yes, was meant to be the red. Judy says you can always try using the cut cardstock as an overlay for tags or something, since you all have those beautiful stars. Absolutely, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. I am actually going to be using this for something special. You've given me an idea, so thank you, Judy. I'm going to take your advice. Okay, so there's our Christmas cracker, done. Oh, look at the reverse side. Isn't this so cute? Okay, once again, removing all these little diamond excesses off the mat. Oddly satisfying. Okay, and these three little okay. Now I want to make sure I'm going to have enough vinyl. So it says here 20 centimeters down and 29 in width. So I'm going to use my Cricut trimmer. I'm going to open it up so that I can measure. I don't want to cut any excess off. This is golden and we do not want to waste. So I'm going to feed it through. And measure it. I want to make sure again. I need 20 centimeters, so I'm going to cut 20 centimeters. Just want to make sure it's aligned right. Okay. Here we go. Okay. I'm aligning it nicely on my mat. Okay. I'm going to use my brayer, secure it down nicely. Isn't it just so gorgeous? Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to select my premium vinyl textured metallic and load it to my machine. Okay. I'm going to keep it flat so that I can apply the entire sheet onto the cracker once it is done cutting. This will also make such a gorgeous cracker on the side. It's so cute. Candace says, I've just realized that I've been using the cutter backwards. Don't worry, most of us have only realized that there is that little extra piece of ruler that you can open up on. Long into having one, so don't stress. At least you've learned something new, and it's super helpful. I do not waste any material now that I have it, so that is quite cool. it. Okay. Now I'm going to cut my little face off first. Okay. And put it to the side. And then I want to cut off this excess piece so that I can use it for something else. There we go. Okay, and now this, I am going to carefully remove it. You're going to see just how beautifully it comes off. Look at how stunning this comes off. Now I'm removing it carefully so that I can also reuse this for something else. There is a little star here. Okay. Isn't it just gorgeous? Okay, almost there. There we go. Now I can reuse those excess pieces for something else. Just going to remove all these extra pieces. Okay. Reading this is also such a dream. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, now I'm going to take my transfer tape. I'm going to open it up slightly and carefully placing it on my vinyl. Oh, I overlapped it a little bit too little here, but that's fine. We'll make do with it. using my scraper, scrape it onto my transfer tape. And this is the normal transfer tape. I have not used the strong grip tape for this yet, but this works perfectly, so I have not needed to. Just a little bit more. Okay, so I'm using the rolling method. I'm pressing and rolling it off. Okay. I'm hoping it got at least a little part of those stars that the transfer tape didn't get to. And it did. So hopefully it will adhere to it. Oh, sticky tape is very sticky. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just add those few stars separately. Okay. So here is our cracker. And we're carefully going to add it onto it, making sure that it is aligned well. Okay, I'm not going to press too much as I don't want the cardstock to rip. This is quite a light cardstock. There we go. Okay, and then these two little guys. Now you can reuse this transfer tape over and over again until its stickiness is completely gone. Oh, I lost a star. It's on my finger somewhere, but you get the idea. Okay, let me quickly just stick this one here. Okay, and our little reindeer's face. Comes off so smooth. Gonna weed its little dots on his little nosy. Okay. Cut a piece of transfer tape. Okay. Right, and we're going to carefully place it onto, oh my goodness, how cute, our little reindeer. And there we have it. Oh, he's just too cute. Okay, now I'm going to roll him in. This is where you are going to add all your goodies and your cracker snaps. I keep on wanting to say ginger snaps. Cracker snaps. I'm just going to cut 2 double-sided tapes over here and add it to the middle of the side of the tab. Just eyeballing it. Okay. And adding our cracker snap and rolling this in to itself. Okay. So this is pretty cool. We're just going to insert the tabs into the incisions. So it's easier to do the middle one first. Okay. And then the one side. Just wiggling it in there. There we go. As easy as that. And then the last one. There we go. Okay. And now these little diamonds need to fold to the inside, like so. Okay, there's the one, and the other one. There you go. Okay, and now our next one. Again, rolling it into each other. Doing the middle one first. I didn't add a cracker snap to this one. But I will fill it at a later stage, which is really, really cool because it's not being glued together. I can fill it at a later stage. Okay. So cute. Now I'm going to just grab some twine for our little Rudolph. I think this one is super cute. Making a little knot. a little ribbon if desired. I really don't do well with ribbons, but let's just attempt it for the sake of the class. Hey, that's not so bad. It's actually such a beautiful color. I like keeping up or keeping in my cupboard leftover ribbon from gifts or tags or invites and using it for these types of projects. Okay, let's just align him nicely over here. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. I just love that we can make our own Christmas crackers in the comfort of our own home. Oh man, how sweet is that? Actually looks like a little bow tie. So cute. Okay. Alrighty, there is our little Rudolph. Okay, and the last one, I'm going to grab this pretty ribbon and securing it on top. I'm only going to just make a little knot like this so that you can get the idea and that I'm able to just untie it at a later stage and fill it with whatever I would like. And this way it already takes shape and my project is done for once I buy my cracker fillers or create them using my Cricut machine and fill it at a later stage. There you have it. 2 of your very own Christmas crackers created in the comfort of your own home with your Cricut machine. And I think they just came out super cute. I absolutely love them. Thank you so much for watching tonight. I hope you learned something and I'm excited to see your beautiful crackers and your beautiful creations. Till next time, have a good evening. Good night.